All right, welcome everyone. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on the one thing, the secret ingredient really, that powers every single successful business out there. And spoiler alert, it's not just about having a brilliant idea. It's about something much, much deeper, understanding what really makes your customers tick.
I mean, you've seen this happen, right? Why is it that some products they absolutely fly off the shelves, while others, which look almost identical, just end up gathering dust? It feels like there's this invisible line between a huge success and a total flop. Well, that invisible line, that one crucial thing it all comes down to, it's all about understanding customer needs. So let's really dig into what that actually means.
All right, so first things first. Before we go any further, we need a really solid definition here. What are we even talking about when we say customer needs?
Think of it like this. A customer need is the why behind the buy. It's not just a passing fancy or a want. It's a deep-seated requirement, a problem that needs solving. It's the engine, really, that pushes someone to actually pull out their wallet and make a purchase.
And these needs, they tend to pop up in a few key categories. It's like customers have this subconscious checklist in their heads, asking questions like, is this affordable? Is it going to work well and last? Are there enough choices for me? And maybe most importantly, is this actually going to make my life easier?
Okay, so you can see why this isn't just some fluffy marketing term. Knowing this stuff is, well, it's absolutely crucial. It's the difference between thriving and just surviving. Nail this and you change the entire game for your business.
Because when a company stops asking, what can we push on people, and starts asking, what problem can we genuinely solve for them, that's when you unlock some seriously huge benefits. And look at this. The rewards are massive. Of course, you get more sales, but it goes deeper. When you meet a real need, you create loyal customers, the kind to come back again and again. That gives you a huge edge over your competition. And maybe the best part? You stop wasting a ton of money building things nobody actually wants. It's this amazing, positive cycle.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Because it turns out customer needs aren't just this one simple thing. They're layered. There are actually 3 different types. And listen, this is the key takeaway. Any decent product can solve a practical problem, but the truly iconic brands, they're built by mastering the other 2.
So you've got your functional needs. That's the does it work part. Then you've got emotional needs. How does this make me feel? And finally, social needs. How does this make other people see me? The businesses that hit the jackpot, they figure out how to address all 3 at once.
So let's start with the easy one, functional needs. This is the nuts and bolts. Does the thing do what it's supposed to do? A phone with a battery that dies in 2 hours, that's a massive functional fail. But one that lasts all day? Boom! Functional need met. It's all about practical performance. Now, let's get into the emotional side of things. This is where it gets way more personal. I mean, think about it. A $10 watch and a $10,000 watch both tell you it's 3 p.m. Functionally, they're the same. So why the huge price difference? Because that luxury watch isn't just about telling time. It's about making the wearer feel successful or accomplished. It's pure emotion.
And that brings us to our 3rd layer, social needs. This is all about our identity and where we fit in. If you buy from an eco-friendly brand, yeah, you might be helping the planet, but you're also sending a signal. You're saying, I'm the kind of person who cares about this. It's about belonging to a tribe, about how your choices reflect on you.
Okay, so we know these needs are out there, functional, emotional, social. But the million-dollar question is, how do you actually find them? Well, the best companies don't just sit around and guess. No way. They put on their detective hats.
And there are basically 2 main ways they do their detective work. You've got primary research, which is all about going out and collecting fresh, new information directly from the source. And then you have secondary research, which is about digging into the clues and data that already exist.
Primary research is where you get your hands dirty. You're talking directly to people. You can send out surveys to get a wide snapshot of what thousands of people think. You can sit down for deep one-on-one interviews to really understand someone's motivations. Or you can get a small group together in a room for a focus group and see how ideas bounce around. Then you have the other side of the coin, secondary research. This is like being a data archaeologist. You're sifting through what's already there. You look at your own sales data, what's flying off the shelves, you read industry reports, you scroll through social media to see what people are really saying, you even check out what your competitors are up to. The amazing thing is, the clues are usually right there in plain sight.
All right, let's bring this all home. Theory is great, but let's look at a real-world example of a company that has absolutely mastered this whole thing. I mean, just look at Amazon. It's a perfect case study. On a functional level, they nail it, right? You've got convenience with one-click ordering and fast shipping. You've got endless choice, and the price is usually competitive. That's the basic stuff. But their real genius? It's how they tap into our emotional needs. They've built this incredible sense of trust. You just know your package is going to show up. And if it's not right, you know you can send it back, no questions asked. That feeling of security, that's what turns a simple purchase into rock-solid loyalty.
But I want to leave you with one last really important thought. Here's the tricky part. A lot of the time, your customers can't even tell you what their deepest needs are. They might not even be consciously aware of them. That is, until someone comes along and presents them with the perfect solution.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway, isn't it? The truly game-changing innovations, the next big thing, it probably won't come from just giving people what they say they want. It'll come from uncovering one of those unspoken needs. So the real question is, what unspoken need is out there, just waiting for you to solve it?